Hello my YouTube family. Yes, once again this is my second video, part 2 of Mark's homemade teriyaki beef jerky. On the first video I went through the process of showing you the equipment I purchased, which was the Presto dehydrator for Walmart, and then the ingredients that I actually use in my marinade solution. Now I placed my beef round slices in my marinade solution, put it in the refrigerator, actually put it in there for 5 hours. Now remember, my marinade called for a 30-minute. It's a 30-minute marinade, but I left it in there for 5 hours because I wanted to soak. Many people leave it overnight, 12 hours or so, but I'm impatient. I want to get it done. I want to taste it. I want to eat all of it. Making me hungry right now. Anyway, I've taken it out. I placed 1, 2, 3 trays of meat on already, and I'll show you that. And I have my last tray, and then I'll start the machine and let it do its magic for tomorrow. I'm hungry. Okay, anyway, here's what the tray looks like. I've taken the meat out. When I took it out, the meat was had a lot of sauce on it. So I'll show you here what I did. I take it, if it's dripping like that, I take it, put it on a paper towel, lift it up. The side that I've touched on the paper towel, I take and I put it on the tray like this, so that the other side that wasn't touched by the paper towel now has most of the solution on the top, the marinade on top. And so I can continue to fill my tray with the leftover meat that I have in my marinade. So I'll do that. I'm holding this because I have my camera over there, and so it's really the best way for me to do this. So I'm just going to lay this on here, each one going around the tray. This is what I'm doing so far, making sure that they don't overlay. Now remember, the meat can touch because it will actually shrink later after it's going through the dehydration and all the moisture has been taken out. Also, I'm going to put a little bit more seasoning on top of each layer before I'm done. I want to make sure it's flavorful, and we'll see how that goes later. So bear with me as I put the rest of the meat on, and that is the last of it right there. I have this tray, I have this tray, and I have this tray, and the very first tray right here. Now I'm pretty excited about this whole thing because I've always wanted to dehydrate beef jerky, because I love beef jerky, especially when I go fishing. When I'm out on the bank and I'm fishing, sun's blaring on me, I'm getting my vitamin D. Woohoo! Feeling good, out there for a few hours, hunger pain hits, I have some beef jerky. Protein, that's right folks, protein. Keep this lovely shape. Anyway, It's time for me to get started with the machine and turning it on. And I'm just going to leave it and let it sit. And once I complete this process tomorrow, I'll post another video, part 3, for those of you who didn't see the first video. This is the second video. Now, remember, when you purchase your meat, you need to cut off as much fat as possible. Fortunately for me, I purchase my meat from my local grocery store. They slice it all about 1/4 of an inch, and patties about that large, probably about 4 by 6. And I was able to slice it in about 1.5 inch slices, so that you see what's on my tray right now, like that. Because those slices will actually shrink down to probably about 1 inch. Now you need to cut off your fat, because if you're planning on storing your beef jerky for an extended period of time, you must realize that that fat that's on the meat will go rancid. So that's why you want to protect yourself from getting sick later if you're planning to store this for a long period of time. But this batch will not last for 6 months, 2 years, or beyond. It probably will last about, I would say, 4 days. That's right, because I will be tearing into it. I will put some aside for my next fishing expedition. Maybe I should do a video about that. What do you think? Okay, because I like to fish for crappies. Now, when you are done viewing my videos, especially when I put up the 3rd video for when this is done, please feel free, comment in the comment section. You know, if there's anything I left out in my inexperience, let me know, and I'll change that. Now, remember the first video I shot with the camera this way, so it gave me a narrow view, and my son came and said, "Dad, you really need to turn that this way so you get a wider pan view." I'm sure many of you probably told me that in the first video, but I'm learning, and I hope that this helps you all as you are working toward sustainability, saving money, so you don't have to spend $10, $15 for 9 ounces of meat. When you have 3 pounds of beef round or whatever meat you're using, whether it's a beef flank, maybe you choose to use a pot roast, whatever you choose, 3 pounds will produce about a pound more of actual meat. And so I'll let you know that later after I weigh all of this, because this is a little bit over almost 3.5 pounds of meat that I've actually used in this batch. So with that said, remember, if you want a healthy life, you gotta eat right. Take care. Okay, now I have layered my marinated meat. As you can see, doesn't that look delicious? Oh my goodness, I want to eat it right now. This piece looks like it's ready to go. Okay, I can't touch it. Okay, so I got some ground pepper in my pepper shaker. So I'm going to squeeze some pepper onto my meat. You have to excuse my hand in front of the camera here, but I want to put some pepper on it. As you can see, that looking pretty good, I would say myself. Okay, So, my next level, I am going to also put on top of that, and I am going to put pepper all over this second layer. Now, this is just going to add flavor. You know, I'm hoping that it tastes nicely instead of me just having the teriyaki marinade only. The soy sauce adds the salt, so I really don't need to put any more salt on it. But I wanted to actually grab some Creole seasoning and put that on it, but I'm a little afraid of it turning out to be too salty. And so, as you can see, I'm almost done here with this last tray, and this looks very good. I'm glad the way it turned out. If you notice, my meat looks very lean. And that's what you want when you purchase it from your local grocery store. You want your meat to be lean. You need to cut off as much fat as possible. It'll aid in the dehydration process too of the meat, because the fat retains more of the fluid inside more than the actual beef meat itself. So this is the last stage that I am doing. Now it's going to sit, and I'll plug it in, and it will dehydrate. And I hope that this was a good process for all of you. I have enjoyed it. Thank you for watching. Please leave a comment in the comment section, and tell me what you think. I'm interested. Take care. Mark is out.